Hello everybody, Burnedoutguy here and welcome back to Foundry. Alright, last episode we put together a better smeltery system for our steel. So now we're making more steel, faster, better, stronger. Aha, love it. We also put together this little tiny factory over here to make ignium water. So that way we could tap into the geothermics and check out how much power we're making. So small little setup like this makes 21 megawatts, which is like peanuts. So if I do decide to go after the other ones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some ships here and we're going to send out some fluid and we'll see if we can run them off of that. Other than that, I really don't really want to do another setup like this at every single point that we have one of these geothermal things. I'd rather just send the juice there if that's viable. But you know, he does go through it pretty quick, but we are making a lot of it here, so maybe we'll be able to do that. I've also started decorating a little bit more, so I got the whole tunnel system here pretty much all done. This looks pretty good. Got a little corner all set up here too, so it kind of like disappears here. Whoosh. And then bam, right in here again. So that looks pretty nice. I like that. Pretty sleek. Base is coming along pretty nice there. I put a lot of work into it so far. Got a little bit more stuff around here to do, but so far this is all looking pretty good. Been working my way down this way, so I'm pretty much all down to here. So gotta do the windows and stuff. Got a little bit more decorating around these little things here to do. And then it's the same thing on this side here too. I still haven't managed to get all the way around here yet, so but we're getting there. We're getting there. Slow but steady. Slow but steady. Looking pretty good though. I like it. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to finish off making our last few little assembly robots that we had, because we were missing those. And then once we get these ones set up and all these other ones sent to the station, we're going to start getting into the Galactic selling market. I think that's what we're going to get into. And then that way that's going to start giving us a little bit of a stress test on our system. And to see where we need to improve for later dates, right? So, all right, so let me get these set up. There we go. So here are the last two robots. The last two robots are minor robots and science ones. So all we have left to do is to add them to our production lines. So now we got all the parts being made anyways. So once we get power, because we're still struggling with power, I never went and dealt with that yet. But I will. It'll be something I'm gonna have to face sooner or later, right? Especially since we're gonna be putting all these online, we're gonna have to go over there and make a crap ton of solar panels and lay them all out. I'll do that as we're selling stuff and making sure that the production goes through the entire night. We're only running out of power near the end of the evening, which is not bad. So we're making it most of the way through the night. So it's not too bad. If I were to put the other two geothermals, I would probably make it through the night. And but yeah, I think adding more solar panels would be the way to go. It's the juice. It's the juice. It's having to deal with steam. If you didn't have to make steam from a vent that's already creating some kind of gas. And there we go. We have the rainbow barf minor robots being sent out. That's great. We'll go over and set up the science ones, and then we'll put all these out on the market. There we go. And these are the rainbow barf science bots. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, let's go and program all of these. Awesome, awesome. So now that we're selling these, well, we're not selling them yet, we're bringing them up to the station. I think we should buy some bigger ships first instead of these smaller ones. So I think that's going to be the first thing that we do. Do we buy these big ones? Would make sense, right? So let's buy How many robots are there? There's 6 robots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so let's buy 6 of those. Might be a little bit overkill, but we'll have at least enough ships going to the ground over there to pick up like the big robots, and hopefully all these smaller ones can keep doing the smaller ones, right? I should take these smaller ones off of these. That would probably be a good idea. And that way the small ones only focus on the small ones over there. Good plan, Buggy. There we go. So now only the medium ships can come over here and pick up the robots, which kind of makes sense to me. You can put a lot more in them and they're probably faster, right? Or the same speed anyways. And then the small ones can concentrate on this because there's a lot of friggin' small ones. I might actually even buy a few more small ones. Probably be a good idea. So that will give us small 15 ships that are doing all the planetary stuff. We'll see how the demand for ships is going to be, right? Because then we're going to have to buy a ship that are actually going to start hauling the stuff wherever it needs to go, right? So we buy the bigger ships. All right, let's go have a look at the galaxy map there, and we'll start off by like checking out stuff here. So that's the Galactic Market. Which way do we want to go here? There's so many friggin' planets, right? I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, because we got to start off with small ones too. So, okay, so do we have to do some more station upgrades? I think before we do that, right? Like I said, I never upgraded the antenna, right? So I guess we should start doing this. All right, let's have a look at our R&D lab there since we're here, right? Let's make sure that we're upgrading this stuff all the time. So whenever you're upgrading your robots, I always upgrade the weight first, so that way we can make sure we can put the max amount on. And then I just toggle between the two here like that. But I always make sure that the weight is the first one that I go about doing, so which is really good. Another thing we're gonna do is actually, you know what? Since we got so much damn money, where is that? Sales, no, finances, debt, make a payment. Let's like clear the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that a set 6? Make a payment. Yeah. All done. Debt fully cleared. There we go. That's better. I feel good. Feel good that I have a debt cleared now. All right, so we're just gonna keep upgrading these and queuing them up until they're all done, and then after that, we're gonna go over and do the this one here, the communication center. I'll upgrade this one, so then that way we can start purchasing the rights to go and sell products all over the place. Then I believe that's it. I believe I can fly. Yeah, I think that's it. These ones here is like if you wanted to start buying the in particular parts and then like bring them to like the your factory downstairs. So if you didn't want to mine these things, you could sit there and you could purchase them, and you could just do whatever afterwards, right? But I think that's a hell of a thing to get into. You need a lot of ships. And then we'll dump a bunch of money into our R&D. There we go. Since we're making money here. Not bad. I think I temporarily got the power situation a little bit under control. So we got 1,012 solar panels out now. We're generating 679 megawatts. And our batteries are going to get charged almost all the way. So that's pretty good. The The last time I made it to 70 some percent, and that was on a dead charge. So now we should be able to make it like all the way, and then we should probably ending in the 20s or whatever by the time the morning comes around. So that's not too bad, not too bad. Look at this. Oh, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Free energy though, free energy. Oh, it's been a little bit of time now, but we got everything researched and all built up here, so we should be able to go into. I think the first thing we need to do is remove these things because we do have some of them being sold here, right? There you go. That's good. That removes all of those guys from the selling platforms. So if we go to Galactic Map, we go choose on this, we can unlock. Oh, is that the symbol for the type of bot? Possibly. Yeah, it looks like it. Appliance. Yeah, they're all here. Durr. Okay. Logistics. Okay. I get it. I get it. All right. So, want to acquire a trade license with them. Gonna open a route. I think we're gonna have to go buy a ship, right? Because we don't have any free ships. Yeah. All right. So, all right. So bought a bunch of ships, different sizes. Open a supply route. Add a ship. All right. They're one of the smaller ones. Max demand satisfied. All right. So that's our first trade route complete. Gonna talk to BB there. Cool. All right. Good stuff. I guess I'll go and set up a few of these. There we go. So we set up a whole bunch of different trade routes here. So that should be good. Should be good for a little while. I shouldn't have bought some of these medium ones there. They're kind of a waste of space, but whatever. Oopsie. It's all good. Other than that, we're gonna let that go and see how we do over time. But really, in the end, it's just selling the bots. It's never really been one of my big goals in this game, anyways, to sell like all kinds of robots online. And it's interesting concept, but anyways, whatever. It's got to be the end game for the end game, right? Is to see how many bots that you can sell. But I don't know. I guess it's all up to you. I'm gonna wait till like the game is like in 1.0 before I really go all out on a map where I'm gonna be like, oh well, this is like max you can do or whatever, blah blah blah. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of like have fun with it and just go with it. This will be like kind of like a little bit of my forever map for now. So the next couple of updates that come out with trains and stuff like that, we'll mess around on this map with them. Just because I'm pretty sure most people don't really want to go and watch me rebuild everything that I just did, right? Unless things change, right? Then that will be a different story, but I highly doubt things are really going to change that much between now and 1.0. I'm really looking forward to trains. Trains are coming out the 28th of this month, in April. So that's going to be awesome. Man, I almost had enough. Almost had enough. Oh, how many is there? 1, 2, 5, 7. All right, awesome. So yeah, we're like at the end of this month, we'll be able to get into trains. So, and then that's going to help us move our stuff around a lot more too. It'll give me a chance too to figure out what the throughput for those things are going to be. Like if they're going to be like really good or if they're going to be mediocre or whatever. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty baller. I'm sure they're going to be better than these carrier ships that we got going all over the place. The only good thing about these carrier ships is they don't need a rail to follow, right? It's just the only problem is I find that they're really slow. So it's going to depend on how much a train can carry versus speed and all that good stuff. And like I said, I didn't play any of the experimental, so I have no idea what trains are going to be like. It's all going to be brand new to me when they come out, which is going to be fun. That's why I don't like kind of like spoiling it for myself and then know what I'm going to have to do before I do it. I just kind of like, whatever. But I think that's a good little start. I didn't sell too many. I don't know where I am on this list there for selling bots, but I guess I might just be able to keep going down the list eventually and sell a bunch more. But where the hell are we here? So what I wanted to go to finances. I guess I could so this is where we're gonna find out if we're doing good on the bots that we're doing. So does it tell you how many you make per hour as well here? I'm not mistaken. 12 per minute. Okay, so that changes the math even more. That's well over 3,000 per minute or per hour that these 5 machines are giving me, which is pretty crazy, right? So we can just go through them and see which ones were being sold here. It's only 1,100, 5, 3. So it gives us an idea of like how much more we can sell, right? Yeah, all right. So it's not too bad, not too bad. Well, I guess I got a lot more room to for selling, so I guess I can go around and just be kind of mindful at this point of which ones that I'm selling. And we're gonna have to actually go and look, which kind of sucks. I could use the little symbols here to try to figure out which ones I want to go to, though. That wouldn't be a bad idea. There we go. This area was pretty demanding in different types of bots, so that was pretty good. So that's probably going to be pretty helpful on our stuff here. So I'll just have to go through them and see which ones I'm selling and make sure I'm. See, this one's like, ew. All right, not too bad, not too bad. We'll let that go and we'll see how things go over time. But yeah, for that wasn't too bad, man. Not too bad of a start of a galactic going over. I'm gonna need a long way to go before these upgrades in order to get like, well, the good thing about this too, the way I've done it, I can still extend stuff this way and this way to make the platforms longer, right? To put more constructors on them, so which is good. There's at least that. But yeah, other than that. Okay, everybody. Well, that's what I'm going to call today's episode. We managed to finish off our little robot line here, and we got to start selling some stuff and managed to fix up a little bit of power. So that's not too shabby. But I think that's where I'm going to call this series until the new update comes out. Anyways, which is in about 2 weeks. So, and then after that, well, we'll start farting around with the new stuff and all that good stuff and trying to like maybe optimize things a little bit more. Maybe add more of these so we can start like taking over more planets and stuff like that. Because there seems to be certain bots that are more wanted than others by the looks of it. So those in particular bots we'll have to make more of. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.